Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Coffee and Contemplation brought to you by Spotlight Recovery. I'm your host, Lucas. It is March 31st. We've got a cute, little short but sweet reflection today entitled No One Denied Me Love. This is from the AA Daily Reflections, and I think it's just a good and important message that we should be carrying a lot more in 12-step meetings, and really what, from my understanding, what 12-step programs are supposed to be all about. So I'll pop it up on the screen here and let's get into it. Ooh, pardon me. March 31st, no one denied me love. On the AA calendar, it was year 2. A newcomer appeared at one of these groups. He soon proved that he was a desperate case and that above all, he wanted to get well. He said, "Since I am the victim of another addiction, even worse stigmatized than alcoholism, you may not want me among you." From the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, pages 141 and 142, AA 12 and 12. "I came to you a wife, mother, woman who had walked out on her husband, children, and family. I was a drunk, a pillhead, a nothing. Yet no one denied me love, caring, a sense of belonging. Today, by God's grace and the love of a good sponsor and a home group, I can say that, through you and Alcoholics Anonymous, I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and a woman. Sober, free of pills, responsible. Without a higher power I found in the fellowship, my life would be meaningless. I am full of gratitude to be a member of good standing in Alcoholics Anonymous." This reflection is from AA Daily Reflections. Aw. Yeah, so like I said, short and sweet. I just really like that little story about this woman coming into AA and just sharing her experience. Just because I think a lot of us can relate. Just coming in such a mess, walking out on the family, using, right, more than just alcohol. And that yet coming into the rooms, just feeling just that total sense of love, caring, belonging. And then the higher power piece was also clearly really impactful for her as well. And just giving that credit to and saying from finding AA, like this is just what worked for her. Finding AA, she's now become all of these things again, but a sober, healthier, I will use the word better version of whom she was. Responsible, another good key point there, the last word that she uses in that little description. And then, yeah, it talks about the God piece very much. Life would be meaningless. Like that's a wildly powerful statement for her to make. Even still having family and, having a husband and kids, grandkids, all of this stuff. Without God, she would see her life as being meaningless. So very powerful and profound impact for her in her life, and full of gratitude to be a member of good standing in AA. Oh man. Yeah, I just thought that story was really strong. Short and sweet. I find it really impactful because a lot of us don't come into AA or 12-step programs like recovery, whatever, in good shape. A lot of us don't usually show up as good people. Like some do. This isn't a blanket statement, but a lot of us just don't show up in the best shape and like the best version of ourselves. We're sick, we're suffering. As a result of that sickness and that suffering, we then become this monster of a person of who we never dreamt of or thought we would be. I was going to say the Jekyll and Hyde, but I always get them backwards. So I know there's the Dr. and Jekyll and Hyde comparison. I just can't remember now which is which. I think... Anyway, I'm going to get it wrong. Google it. Let me know in the comments because I always do this. Anyway, so that was just a good, strong, impactful piece. And I also like that it was written from a woman's perspective because so much AA and so much 12-step literature is he, him, male, male, male. So I just really like that, just to mix it up a little bit. I think that's something we could really improve on too. That's a tangent for another day. And then just in the first section here that they pulled from the 12 and 12, so this is now male, and so this is like very early on in year recovery or in AA existence, AA calendar, it was year 2. So late 30s, 1940, 41, something like that. The person saying that a victim of another addiction, even worse stigmatized than alcoholism, whatever it was, you may not want me among you. And just having the group response of like, no, you belong here. We may do specifically different things, but like a lot of the behavior is the same. We're trying to cope with the same feelings. You belong. There's a chair here for you. Like just that welcoming perspective, I think, is so important. And I think the literature carries this message a lot. And from my experience, sadly, it's not as nearly as carried in groups and in meetings by members as the way that I feel that it should be. So now again, I'm not King Lukey, so it's my word, so take it with a grain of salt. But I find the language in recovery literature is a lot more welcoming and more beautiful and accepting than from what has been my experience in meetings. So I think it's really important for us. Like, it's our job. It's in the book. It's in the literature. It's in the steps and traditions and everything. That's our job, to be making people feel more welcome, to let them know they have a seat, to let them know it does not matter what they did. If they're struggling with the same addiction as we are, then they're in the right place. This program is for them. It's for anybody. That's the thing that brings us together. Anything outside of that, it talks about it in the traditions, has no opinion on outside issues. If the issue is not what we're here focused on, doesn't matter. This isn't the place for it. You talk about it somewhere else. You have an opinion about it somewhere else. We're here to get sober and stay sober. Teach each other how to do that, help each other do it, and then build that into a healthier, better life that we want, and be able to be of service to others and keep giving that away. That's why we're here. Anything beyond that, that's it. We can even argue, literally anything beyond we're here to stay sober, nothing to do with this, right? You could. So that's that point. So creating that space for people is so important. And I love that she just shared her experience on that, because look at the difference that made for her. Look at the difference it made and how welcoming and comfortable she felt because of having that experience with other AAs. And look at the way that it changed her. Look at the result of that. Look at the result of just such a simple welcoming. And especially, I love with this line, no one denied me love. I love that she uses this word and says it this way, because it's so important, I think, for so many of us. And a lot of us just aren't comfortable or open enough to talk about it. But I think deep down, that's what a lot of addicts are really struggling with. Just wanting to be loved, wanting to love ourselves, wanting to be able to love and be loved by others unconditionally, healthily, without manipulation, without control, without bargaining and getting even and all of this shit. Just genuine, real love. So it's beautiful that she talks about that. And it certainly has been something that I have found so nicely and so beautifully in 12-step programs, through sponsors I've had and worked with sponsees that I have that I'm working with. I mean, those connections and those relationships are like nothing that I've ever had before. Nothing feels quite like them. And it's just such a beautiful thing to have. And they absolutely are rooted in love over time, from doing all of this work, from just going through all of these experiences we do together and step work. It just, you can't explain it to somebody else unless they've been through it. It's just like in that opening section from chapter 2, There Is a Solution, in the AA Big Book, where it talks about we're all like survivors of a shipwreck. And we all have this amazing camaraderie and connection of like, oh my God, I can't believe we just got through that. Only the difference is that feeling never goes away. Very much been my experience. I relate to that a lot. Love that I talk about it in the literature and other places as well. So, so I think we're just going to do a short and sweet one today. Like I said, that's just what pops out for me. I just thought that was a really nice story a nice reflection. We've got a good little cute, positive, happy reflection there to start our day today. So I really hope you resonate with that one. Please let me know in the comments what stands out for you. Throw them down there. What do you like about this? What's been your experience on being able to receive and be given and shown love in AA, in your recovery and 12-step programs? We'd love to hear them. Check out the description for other ways that Spotlight Recovery can support you. We've got other free resources in there. Recovery coaching videos, a podcast blog. And to do more in-depth work, if you're looking for more support, I do private recovery coaching with people. So if you're liking what you're hearing, you want to get some more support in your recovery and growth, reach out to me. Contacts in the description. I'd be happy to help and see if there's a way that I can do some work with you. And lastly is ways that you can support Spotlight Recovery. We've got a great merch store down in the description there as well, so check that out. You can donate, become a member, doing all the YouTube things like share and subscribe. It all really helps us grow so we can carry the message, so we can help more people, and that's the whole point of this thing. Okay, so thank you for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed that story. I hope you have a blessed 24 in recovery today and are able to experience, receive, and give some love in your recovery today. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.